ladies, Claire back again with another one of my earlier albums. This is my Cirque album with graphic 45 papers. I started to make it when I was down in Cornwall with my sister, and I've just taken it down to show her what it looked like when I'd finished it. I think she'd seen about half of it. So let me talk you through what I did. The cover, I used a combination of 12 by 12 and 8 by 8 papers, and it is a chipboard album, 6 by 8, and it's bound. I think I've done a tutorial on how to bind a chipboard album, so I followed those instructions, my own. I used the Cirque sheet of 12 by 12 paper, cut it down, and then built up the front cover, and we decided that we'd have one of the little men running all the way through, one of the suited and booted men, and he's been covered in glossy accents, so there's a bit of a theme that goes through the book. The title I've covered in glossy accents as well, just to make it stand out. And then I cut some of the stamps out from the 12 by 12 and the 8 by 8 papers and put them on a chain just to finish off the cover, and I attached it by putting a hole through the front cover at the top. This is one of the Tim Holt's large rosettes, and I think there's a couple of those in the book. I've used a red book knob and just a ribbon loop to keep it closed. So here we go. Love the paper, so I've done a lot of cutting out of the clowns, some of which I've put glossy accents on, and just built up a circus theme really, with some tags and clowns. There's just a couple of tags in a pocket there, and then I've cut out the adverts from the paper and the wording as well, and use that throughout. This page just had a file folder, put a line on the front. I didn't fold the file folder, and I've just backed it with black paper, and that just sits in the pocket there. I used an envelope template, let's just move that, for these envelopes. It was just a plastic template, so I cut them out and folded them up, and then put little bits inside them. It's just a tag. So that one, I think that's just another tag. I quite like those. And then this was just a Cirque pennant die, and I've just used some raffia to attach it there and made a pocket out of the paper for it to sit in. Or for them to sit on, rather. Another rosette here, that's on a tag. It's just a plain tag, it'd be 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then just made a pocket with the papers. This was Annie's page. She decided that we should have a marquee, so we've built that up. It actually pulls out, and is a tag as well, quite a large one. And that just fits behind there. Might go back in, yep. And then we put some of the witches from the paper in the sky here, and just a few acrobats, but no tags on that page. Used the pennant die again and made another pocket, and then made some little file folded books for notes, and again I've cut the clowns out. I quite enjoy cutting all the clowns out, and then just put some cream paper in to write on. It's on that one. Ooh. It's got a bit grippy. Just an elephant at the bottom of that one. It was great fun making this album. This page was brilliant. At the time I was making this, there were quite a few albums made from the paper and various things made from the paper, and a lot of the American ladies had been to Michael's and bought a wooden cart that they'd painted, and we don't have Michael's over here in the UK, so we couldn't get a cart, but we still made one out of the paper, covered some circles with raffia, and then just put some hubs in the middle, and then we've got a lion in here, and covered him in glossy accents to make him stand out, and we've tethered him, which made my sister laugh, here, so he can't escape, he has to stay in the cage, and then just made a tag out of that. And then we've used another man here running through the book. This page just got a tag, and I've put, I used some of the paper from the 12 by 12 sheet with the stamps on just to cover the pocket I've made here, and then put a flower on the top of the tag, and just covered that in matching paper. That fits under here, and then there's an acrobat on the tag here, covered with glossy accents, and he just slides in behind there. This page, lots more clowns going on, a few more tags, and then there's one up behind here. I think for this I've actually used the paper off the cover of the book. That's the 8 by 8 size, and this one was the 12 by 12 size. And then the elephants we've cut out to match the advert here, and then just covered them in glossy accents just to make them stand out. There's another rosette on here, and what's a stamp from that page. Used a foil turn just to keep the flap down, and then inside there's a couple of tags just slipped into the pocket, again built up with the clown cutouts, and some of the adverts as well. So that just closes over there. Here's our man again running along, and this page opens up. I didn't use magnets when I made this book, so this is just a Velcro circle from the sewing department in Hobbycraft, which is our equivalent of Michael's. So this page just opens out, and then I've used the ATC cutter, Tim Holtz ATC cutter, and made some pockets just to fit around them, and then put some of the adverts from the paper on those, and this one in the middle as well, just a tag with an acrobat on. This page has got another rosette and an envelope, so just a simple photo mat, slips under there, and another envelope. I'm not sure there's anything in this one, no. And then I've just put some of the stamp paper on the front. That slides under there as well. I like this page, I like the yellow and the black. A couple of tags under here, again with the acrobats on. It's just one made out of the paper. So I've made the pocket by cutting a piece of paper, sticking that down, and then cutting a shorter piece of paper and just trimming the edges with one of my X-Cuts punches, and then those just slide behind there. And then I've got a fold out, it's a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and I've just put pockets on each one of them just to slip some notes and tags in. And again, that one just seals with the Velcro dot. And then the last page, it's a bit of a fold out there, and a couple of tags. That one's just cut straight out of the paper, and that one I've made an ACT size tag and cut the elephants out of the, I think that was the 8x8 paper. And just a plain tag, little man running along in the corner. And then this was a little book. And that all folds back in again. And on the back page, again we put a little man, and then just use the Cirque paper just to finish off. And then I just tuck the ribbon tie behind that paper before I stuck it down. And that's it. And it was just bound with black. That's actually cardstock. So page is a chipboard, the binding there is cardstock, and then each of the chipboard pages I painted black before I started putting the paper on. That's it, ladies, that's my Cirque album. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you soon.